Right, it's the hottest day in about 75 million years. I think I need to go out and get a fan. But which one shall I get? Welcome back to my workshop. Now it's May in 2026 and over the last few days we've had the hottest weather we've had for ages. It's about 34 degrees centigrade, which in some countries that doesn't sound like a lot, but in the UK 34 degrees is quite sticky and it's lovely, but it's not lovely. So what we need is a fan. Now currently I've got one of these. We're talking about fans for in the house. Currently we've got one of these, okay, which is fine, it's great, it does its job. But this one cost me probably about 30 quid. I think this one now is available in Screwfix for about £20. Perfectly good fan, but we wanted something a bit more swish. Now, what posh people buy is this, okay, which is a Dyson tower fan. Now this is even better, obviously, but this one is not just a fan, it's got filters and it filters out all sorts of nasty stuff. It's got a fancy schmancy remote control, which does a lot more stuff than I would actually need it to do. So going from this £20 to this £299 is a bit of a jump. So I need something here, okay, something that looks as swish as this, but it's more like the price of this. So what I've done is I've gone to Lidl's. Well, actually I didn't, Mrs. Little Workshop did, and we've bought this one. Let's get it out of the box. Right, so this is the taller of the two units they're currently doing in Lidl's. This one is the tower, okay, big tower, but they also do a shorter version, which is a desktop version. Now this is the tower fan, bladeless tower fan. Okay, they did do one last year, which was also a heater. This is not that, this is just a fan. This is from TRONIC, but it's actually sold through Lidl's at £59.99, I think. I'll put a little description here. Now, let's go quickly over it. You get a 3-year warranty with it. It's a fanless. I don't believe it is. I believe there's a fan inside, but you can't see any fans, so you're not going to get your fingers caught. Okay, and it's a 35 watt unit. It's got 4 operating modes. It's got an LED display, which you can see here. It's got 20 speed settings. Now, the smaller unit has only got 10 speed settings, so this is twice as good. Even air distribution for comfortable cooling. It blows air, okay? Let's see how comfortable it is later on. And it's got a timer function up to 8 hours. So that means that you can actually put it on timer if you want to leave it in your bedroom when you're going to sleep, but only want it on for a couple of hours. Push a couple of buttons, timer, and it will stop when you want it to. There's lots of other instructions here. Bladeless fan, LED display, even air distribution, 20 speeds, timer function, 4 operating modes, okay, which are normal, natural, sleep and power. Now read that on the box, because I've already got this out of the box once, and there's nothing in the instructions about what those modes are. But we go through them, it's simple, but there was nothing in the instructions. Bladeless, easy to clean and no risk of injury, so you're not going to get your fingers stuck in it. Stylish matte finish. Non-slip base, power consumption 35 watts and a cable length of 180 centimetres. Overall dimensions 249 by 249 by 970 millimetres. So it's nearly a metre tall, quite a tall unit, but it's actually quite handy because you can stand it next to your bed and it'll blow across the bed, if that's what you want to do. Don't think there's much more on the box. Same again, there's a fancy schmancy picture to show you how it works and a picture of the remote control. But let's get it out of the box and we'll have a look at it in real life. Right, so that's basically all you get in the package. You've got the tower fan. It's a bit difficult to film it because this is obviously nearly a metre tall. Yeah, nearly a metre tall. So it's a bit tricky to film. You get the unit itself, you get a power supply, and you get some instructions. Let's quickly look at the two smaller things first, and then we'll look at the big unit. Right, looking at the boring stuff first of all. This is the instruction manual. Now, it's by a company called TRONIC, okay, but it's actually sold through Lidl's. Tower fan TRV 35A1. There's a barcode here which takes you to a Lidl helpline, but it's all a bit German first. You have to change your language, but I don't think there's much to be found out there that you can't sort out yourself. First couple of pages, obviously there's a picture here just telling you about the buttons on the front of the unit, and then this is the power supply. Nothing too fancy there. A little tiny bit of voltage spec there. Numbers here which actually correspond to the drawing. That's all fairly simple. Safety instructions. It gives you a bit more technical spec here about maximum volume flow, power consumption, etc, etc. Not much to see there. Safety, safety, safety. Then a little bit of how to commission it. Okay, so it's probably worth having a quick read through this. Taking the battery or making the battery work in the remote control, it just had a little tag you pull out. You can figure that out yourself. It's nothing difficult. Maintenance and cleaning, that same QR code again, and then that's about it. As I say, there's nothing in there that tells you about the different modes. This is a remote control. It tells you what the buttons are on the remote control, and it shows you how to change the battery. Right, that was boring. Let's go on to the power supply. Okay, the power supply, nice looking thing, looks quite swish. Let's have a look at some power ratings here. Power adapter, model AS36038, so I assume it's a 3 amp. 100 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, 1 amp hour max. Output 24 volts, 1.5 amps. Okay, 36 watts. All right, that's nothing special. So basically a 24 volt unit. It's got this kind of connector on the end, and that fits in the back of the main unit. Right, starting at the base, obviously it's round at the bottom. It pivots on the bottom here, okay? It doesn't pivot up here, although it looks like it should do, but it doesn't. It pivots around the bottom, okay? Around the back, you should have the connector. That's where this power connector goes into. Let's plug it in. It's that simple enough. Oh my God, look at the dust. All this static. All right. Now this is the back of the unit. Not much to see there. Apart from it seems to go on forever. Turn it round. And on the front here, you've got a control panel, so you can do it manually. You've got on-off button at the top. Beep, beep. A mode button, a timer function, fan speed, and oscillation. That's nothing too fancy. Now, all of that is replicated on the very dusty remote control. Got the remote control here. It's covered in dust because I've been doing some work in the workshop. So same again, oscillations, mode, timer, and silent. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And on-off button, and increase and decrease. Right, what we got to do now is basically plug this thing in and start pushing some buttons. Right, when you first plug it in, okay, it goes through this startup sequence, which takes a couple of seconds, then a couple more seconds. It goes round and round and round. Okay, now what happens if we push the go button? Oh, it's stopped now. Right, go button. And it's away. Oh, it's cool already. Okay, so we've already got air coming out. Now the air actually comes out of these little holes along here. So there's nothing coming out down the bottom bit here. Okay, oh, I just touched the stop button. It's very sensitive. Look. Ooh. So watch that, it's very sensitive. Right, let's have a look at these buttons here. Fan speed, I can use it on here. It should go up to 20. Oh, too far. It goes all the way around. If you get up to 20, yeah, if you push it again, it goes back down to 1. Okay, so it will cycle through, just remember that. Take it up to 20 again. Yeah, that's quite blowy. It's hard to see how much it's blowing. Let me get a little bit of tissue. Well, I've just stuck a couple of bits of tissue on there so you can actually see how much it's blowing, because it's difficult to tell on the video. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically turn it down. So using these up and down arrows here, push it. Okay, so you get an idea of the difference in how much it can blow. Now, will it go the other way? If I go right to 1, will it go round to 20? No, once it goes down, it goes down. Right, let's have a look at some oscillations. Okay, so this button here is oscillations. Okay, so that means it should pivot from side to side. Now this does it in different degrees. Okay, it will come up on a number here saying 30, 60, 90, 1 something or other. Okay, and all that is, it's the amount of angle it will go through. So 30 degrees, it will just do this. 60 degrees, it will do twice that much. 90 degrees, obviously, boop, boop. And then 180, maybe it goes all the way around to the side and then to the side again. It doesn't rotate completely around. Let's get you in so you can see the display. Hopefully you can see that display there. Right, pushing the oscillation button. 30, 60, 90, 120. So that should determine what angle it goes at. Let's turn it up. Okay, you get the idea. So that's 120, so it should go all the way round. Bring you back here a bit. I mean, 120 is quite an arc, but if you've got it in a room, it will move all of the air in the room rather than just a little localized part. Okay, okay. I think you get the idea with that bit. I'm going to knock this down to 30 so it goes quicker. 30 degrees. Right, that's enough of that. Right, timer. Now obviously on here, the timer function, just a little hourglass here. Now that should go through 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then back to 0 hours. So 0 hours, that means that it's not going to be on timer at all. That's just going to carry on running. 1 hour, it'll go for an hour, and then it will just stop. Okay, it turns itself off, goes into standby. That's it, you don't have to worry about it. Now I've used that function already with this, and it works really well. Right, silent. What's the silent all about? Okay, so this little silent here, all that does, if you push that, now when you push the buttons, you don't get beep, 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 beep. Push it again, and our beeps come back. Yeah, that's all it does. It doesn't actually make the fan silent. It's fairly quiet anyway. Right, and the last one is mode. Right, so the last thing to look at is going to be the mode button. Okay, so the little M on here, and also, obviously, there's an M on here. But what does that mean? It says it's got 4 modes, and it says that on the box. We've got the box here. It says 4 operating modes: normal, natural, sleep, and power. What's that mean? Right, well, normal is obviously whatever you set it to, speed, oscillations, timer, that's normal. Then you've got natural. Now this is obviously something quite strange. Now I think what this does is it actually varies the amount of power that it actually blows, or how much blow it's got. It does it in a sort of oscillating breeze, okay, which is more of a natural thing. So obviously outside, your outside is not always a constant breeze, okay. It'll breeze up, so you can see this is getting higher, and then within a couple of seconds or whatever, it will suddenly drop down. There it goes. So it's doing it on its own. That's natural. Okay, the next one is power mode. Now that's just full out power. It's as much as it can go. A little bit of tissue is going mental. Okay, so it's just power, 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 power. Okay, saves you pushing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. So that's power mode and sleep mode. Now what it does, it brings it down. So it's just a very gentle breeze. I think that actually takes it to probably about 5 or 6 on the selection button. So let's try that. We're on 16. Now if we put it on sleep, it should drop it right down. Drops it down. All right, that's sleep. So when you're going to bed, put it on sleep, put it on timer, put it on oscillation, put it on whatever you like. It works really well. Now as you can see, it's blowing away quite happily. I'm getting cooled down here, so I'm quite happy to stand here yabbering on about it. But I think it looks quite swish. For the price it costs, it's a good match for the Dyson, but the Dyson's got a lot more functions. I can't take it away from the Dyson. That is much better for the air quality. This one is not concerned with air quality, it's just concerned about cooling you down. I think that's about it with this. Overall, I think it looks great. Overall, I think it's good value for money. And overall, it's so hot, I'm going to leave it on. Right, so that's just about it. As I say, this is just a fan unit. It's not a heater, it's the fan. As I say, we've got one of these, which has been fine, but this is cheap and cheerful. Works a treat, but we wanted something better. We wanted something a bit more like one of these. It's not the same as this, but this was £60 and this is £300. You make your choice. I've chosen this one and I think I'm going to be more than happy with it. But just one word of warning, as soon as these come on the shelf, they go. I tried going in about 3 or 4 times in different Lidls, and as soon as they come on the shelves, they disappeared because they're good value for money. Okay, luckily for me, Mrs. Little Workshop was out shopping and she managed to pick one up, and they were £59, so quite a bargain. Okay, I think the smaller ones are about £40, but who wants a small one? I want a big one. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.